Okay, so during this one, he was basically talking about who really actually thought which team actually should do the best. I think, in my opinion, Trackhouse is actually doing the best as of now. 23-11 and Bubble Wallace, Ringler doing that good. And Live Fast, they're pretty much just a reincarnation version of Go Fast. So, you guys really say that I have for prediction number 4.
Really want to stretch it? Maybe one of these teams will be able to get a win. I mean, you really never know. This season has got so many bizarre stuff happening that you don't know what's going to happen. The ending of the winless streaks for 2 different sponsors, and those are Hooters and McDonald's. I think that this year, both of these sponsors will get back into victory lane. Now for...
As of now, I feel like it's going to be Hooters and Chase Elliott. And that's probably the only time you're ever going to hear me say I feel like Chase Elliott may actually get this one for this sponsor. Because as you know, I'm not a fan of Chase Elliott. But I feel like him and Hooters may actually have a shot to win. Because, Chastain and McDonald's, they wrecked at the Daytona road course. So, yeah.
Context, the last time a Hooters sponsor won in the Cup Series
was Alan Kulwicki in 1992.
Was with the late Alan Kulwicki in 1992. And yes, he won the championship, but that's unrelated. And of course, the last time a McDonald's sponsor...
Okay, now exactly the last time a McDonald's car actually won was with Jimmy Spencer in 1994.
Won in the Cup Series was with Jimmy Spencer in 1994. And I think that this year they probably have to win a race because I did a video last year talking about the possibility of this happening.
I'm jinxing
and
it.
If anything, it probably could happen because there are 2 drivers representing McDonald's this year. Bubba Wallace and Ross Chastain. So one of those 2 guys could get a win. But if not, the Mick curse may be doomed to continue.
If he does win, probably will be with the
I'm Michael Jordan.
I've come here, me and McDonald's have come here to tell you what we know to truly be important straight from or else Mr. T's gonna come shake all
that is the sprint car capital of the world and home of the Knoxville National at this race. And to make it more interesting, I think that a dirt ringer will win this race. And what I mean by dirt ringer...
Okay, if Kyle Larson runs this race, I feel like he actually probably won't win. But I have my money on Brett Moffitt actually to win this race.
Is a normal dirt track racer. Yes, the replacement. Winners will be in the Cup Series for this year.
Okay,
now there's a lot of drivers that I'm going to be listing here, and these are between being both guaranteed and potential first-time winners. So, starting off, my first pick is obviously Matt Benedetto.
Okay, Dibby is really not doing good as of now. Yes, it's early in the season, but Dibby really hasn't had the car nor the speed to keep up with this competition. But at the same time, it's still early in the season, so you don't know what will actually happen.
Try to say that 5 times fast.
I feel like this may be the year that he finally gets his first win and also gets the Wood Brothers their 100th win in the Cup Series. It would be very gratifying if they could actually pull it off this year. The next pick I have is Tyler Reddick.
Okay, I'm hoping Reddick can actually win a race. He probably could have won Bristol Dirt if his car was pretty fast, but unfortunately it wasn't. He would have won Homestead if we had a caution. Actually, probably no, because Reddick, his car was more for long-run car, but his car really wasn't good on short runs. It was at one point, but really wasn't. If he does win, it'll probably be on a play track. So, but if only Homestead had 2 dates, I feel like he actually would have won one of the Homestead races.
I thought he really had a good season last year, and I think this year he's going to bring it to the next level with a win. And next up, I have Christopher Bell.
Okay, MF, you were correct with this pick. Bell did get his first career win at the Daytona Road Course, which was very unexpected. I mean, all of us actually planned him actually winning on Bristol Dirt or on the mile and a half, but hey, C. Bell actually did the impossible to win on a road course. GG.
I think he's certainly a good pick to get out there and get a first-time win. And now I also have Chase Briscoe, and to make this
Okay, MF, I will actually have to differ with you here. Because Chase Briscoe will not win his rookie season. He's not going to win his rookie season. I mean, basically, when you look at it, he's basically running how Cole Custer ran last year. You know, a rookie without no practice and no qualifying. Not to mention, he won 9 races in Xfinity last season. He was the hottest driver in Xfinity. Unfortunately, he had that blown tire at Phoenix that took him out of the championship. Don't get me wrong. Chase Briscoe is a talented driver, but I feel like he's just not going to win a race in his rookie season. I mean, he may win next season or maybe the season after that, but I feel like Chase is not going to win his rookie season. I just have that nailed down.
Friend, I'm actually predicting that Briscoe will get 2 wins to
not 1, but 2 wins. Okay. I feel like this is pretty much a bad pick. Yes, he's a rookie with basically no Cup car experience. There's no practice or no qualifying. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the only 2 races MF actually picked out for Briscoe to win was Bristol Dirt and the Indy Road Course. He could win the Indy Road Course, don't get me wrong. He can win that. Bristol Dirt, however, he was not actually able to win. He finished top 20.
really make things interesting. And now for the other winners that I think are potential first-time winners, you of course have Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Daniel
I see Suarez winning, but not Bubba Wallace.
Suarez, and another one that I want to add to the list, Michael McDowell.
You are very correct. He did win Daytona. He did win the Daytona 500. Congratulations, MF.
I know that sounds like an odd pick. It's like why would you pick him? Well, part of the reason why is because there are 7 road courses. And Michael McDowell has actually shown some decent speed on road courses. So I would time for me to list off my so is Ryan Sieg.
Yeah, the Sieg's team is pretty like a top 15 team as of now.
And it's really disappointing that he didn't win last year. Maybe he can actually get that done. The next pick I have is, of course, Daniel Hamrick.
I hope Hamrick wins this season. I hope he actually wins.
And if there is a God, please tell me there is. Can you please give Hamrick his first win? This is getting so friggin' annoying.
I hate that.
Patrick.
I already put him in the first prediction, but since he has to be a candidate for a first win, I have to. Mayat Snyder.
Yes, the Mayans. Mayat Snyder. Mayat Pretzel Snyder. Matt plus White equals Mayat was actually able to fucking win Homestead due to Tyler Reddick spinning the tires, and if Reddick actually did win that race, he would have got DQ'd anyway. So yeah, Snyder would have won. That would have been a win-win. But yeah, that was another great prediction.
Snyder. Damn, why is that so? Isn't driving for SS Green this year? It's probably the Super Speedles, Austin Hill and Kenny Hill. Both of these guys are able to benefit from him driving for them. And one last candidate that
it's preposterous!
Phoenix to still win. Prediction number 9.
So now it's time for me last year, but hey, this is
Crowd's really not having a good. He's basically having a sophomore slump. I mean, he can actually still win.
New year. Let's see if he gets it done now. Next up is Chandler Smith, and
yeah, I expect Smith to probably have a season like Christian Eckes.
Hopefully he can prove that KBM isn't total garbage with his equipment and what he's able to do. Next up is Tanner Gray.
Yeah, Tanner and DGR, they really aren't. No.
I think that he certainly is a good candidate with the way he's performed last year with DGR Crossley. Maybe this time he gets it done. The next driver I'm going to have is Ryan Truex.
I hope Truex actually probably wins the race, but he could have won Daytona. Unfortunately, Penrose got to win out of his ass.
And I know I listed him in prediction number 1, but again, since he's the candidate for first, he was the ARCA champion last year.
There's a chance if you run Talladega this season.
Maybe he can get a lot of eyes on her.
I don't see Deegan winning a race. I just seen her pretty much finishing top 15 and having top 10 runs.
And she's certainly gotten herself into hot water, but I think as long as she learns, are going to really show their skills in 2021. And those drivers are Harrison Burton and Noah Gregson.
Yeah, to see the artwork is beautiful. Okay, so I would actually say this. Gregson had pretty much one of the worst starts to a season that any NASCAR driver in Xfinity race wouldn't have. He does have 3 top 5s and 3 top 10 finishes, which I guess is actually good. And as a Noah Gregson fan, I feel like he may get 2 wins this season like he did last season. Don't get me wrong. Harrison Burton, I feel like he's pretty much gonna have maybe the season he had last season as a rookie, but he'll probably have 1 less win. But I feel like Gregson and Burton will go to championship for based on consistency.
Are going to really show their skills in 2021. And those drivers are Harrison Burton and Noah Gregson. And the nicknames that I've devised for these two are Harazuku Bertoria.
From My Hero Academia. Izuku Midoriya. Oh my god, dude, this is freaking funny.
Because his name is a combination of his name with the character Izuku Midoriya from MHA. And Noah Gregson's nickname is Nowatsu Dragneel because it combines his name with Natsu Dragneel from Fairy Tail.
I don't think your brain can handle this. You look like you're in pain.
Shut up, Hack.
Now, both of these drivers technically did break out onto the scene last year, with Harrison Burton getting 4 wins and Gregson getting 2. But I think this year they'll stay consistent on that path and they'll get more wins. Well, I mean, more or less the same in Burton's case, but maybe more. And honestly, I know these two had an altercation at Kentucky last year, but I personally think that if it's best for them not to focus on that and just focus on dominating on their own terms throughout the season. But of course, they're not going to be the only ones. Another driver who